G'day guys, just got back from being out in the bush and we were testing some detectors. We were testing standard 5000, modified 5000 and my modified 5000 with variable gain. Basically trying them all out and just seeing what worked the best. Now I took two coils with me. I took a Commander 8-inch round mono, and I also picked up a Coiltech old 10x5 Joey type mono coil, and I've never tested it. When I was out in the field, I found out that it had something loose in it. It was sounding off, and I'd say it was a Faraday shield, because the slightest tap on it was causing a big issue. And at the end of the video, what I was doing is I was stabilizing the coil, not banging it, and then going over the targets. But the Joey coil itself was able to pick up that 0.23 spurry piece of gold from California that nothing else really can detect it. It's even hard to detect on a VLF detector. So at the end of the day, we could detect it. Now, what happened also is that the camera, as in the iPhone, was on the tripod and it was in sunlight, and damn thing got hot and shut down. So I don't know if it's caused any issue on the video. The video goes for nearly an hour. So I don't know if I had a quick look at it, and towards the end I got pretty close to where I was, and I was probably doing some more testing with the Joey coil on the detector, and then I just was told that the camera had shut down over temperature or something, so we packed up and come back. So I'm going to, because I can now work out how to stitch these videos together, I'm putting this on the front of the video, and yeah, watch it. I didn't chop it and cut it. It is as it is, warts and all. But another thing too, I found that now I was getting some very strange results on my detector in fine gold, and I thought it was a desense problem. It doesn't seem to be a desense problem. What it does, it hates my 0.1 gram nugget for some reason. It hates it. I go down to 0.047s and 0.05s, and it booms in a signal from those. And if I go to that 0.1, it just doesn't like it for some reason. To do with some of these detectors have what we call detection holes, where it just falls in the ground balance curves and you can't detect it. And I think that's what's happening. If the nugget is a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, not a problem. But because of the exact size it is, and could be coils, for everything's beeping and bopping here. Okay. People are trying to ring me. Yeah, so what it is, it's actually the size of the gold on the test stick, which I find really amazing. That anything bigger, wave a 5-cent piece over it, booms in. Smaller targets boom in right in the 0.1. So yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It is what it is. So as soon as you change the frequency down or anything of that nature, bang, it comes in. But with the other fine gold on the detectors I haven't put variable gain on, and they're slightly set up, they're more automatic, has no effect. I'm going to have to investigate why that my detector hates my 0.1. So have a look at it anyway. You'll notice it in fine gold over the 0.1. Sometimes it'll just say, oh, I think I'm just going to not pick that up. But then I go over the smaller targets and they're really loud. It's really strange. So we called out the measurements basically as we're going over things. It's not a complete scientific test. It's just a rough, let's compare all the apples with apples sort of thing. 1 detector, 2 detector, 3 detector. So you can have a look and make your comments. like I say, it's not scientific as such. It's just a arbitrary. Can it get it deeper? Is it a better signal? You know, all this sort of stuff. So, but yeah, if you have a look at the standard detector, the one that's not yet modified, just a standard one, and then compare it to the other ones I test, you'll be going, huh? Right? Because there's a big difference. It's rather huge. Anyway, I'm going to clip this onto the other one video and I'll upload, and yeah, should all be good. Catches. G'day guys. Go do some tests. Got a standard GPX5000, and we're just going to go over these targets here and just see how we get them. We'll go and try and get the 0.1 grammer. I'm using was an 8-inch commander coil, just a mono. Out there, if you can see through the ruler, I don't know. If I move, it'll change. So rough 15. Yeah. Okay, 0.05. I'm in normal timings just to prove a point. There it is. So I've got to scrub the coil on that to get it. We'll try that hard to get impossible 0.23. Nothing. And I'll try the round 0.047. Just get it. So that's in normal. We can go into the other modes. I'll go into special fine. Start again, 0.1. Should be better this time. Fringe about there. What do we got? Somewhere there. I'm moving up and down, but I can't help it. Around 15. Yeah. Okay. On that. This one, 0.05. We'll try that. Much better. About there. Somewhere in the middle of the sticker. 7. That hard to get gold from California? Nah. Fine gold doesn't like it either. Okay. 0.047 round river gold. That's probably self-explanatory. I can get right on it. I'll just drag the thing around. Okay. They're the main two. I could probably do enhance, but I don't want to make a great whopping long-winded video. So what we'll do, we'll swap over to a modified 5000. And the one without the extra gain control, just the, not that one, the far one, yeah. So, okay. And try and do all this in one hit. Okay. Are we still recording, or do you pause it? Recording. Still recording. Good. We could stitch them together now. I found out how to do it. That's all right. I don't know how to post it. So. Okay. So that's all off. That's off. Yeah. You take that. And don't run away. Oh, here, take that. There you go. Have that. Okay. Well, it looks like we're doing it all in one hit. Why not? Okay.
Raw is the better.
Okay. Yep, that's the right way. I mean, the right way is that way, but the right one.
Don't drop it.
Yeah. This is the hard bit normally, getting that on there. But gods are smiling. Yeah, guys. I hear Cortec have put out something called an Elite Mark II. Fancy that. Okay. Stick that there. Yeah. This is where you need 10 hands. Okay. Whip it across. Just, yeah. Good. Good. Okay. Suppose I better hook all this stuff up. You can see what I'm doing. Making sure everything goes in the right way. Okay. We're in deep, normal. We don't want cancel, we want mono would help. And I'll stick it in tracking. So, and the icy pole stick speaker. I suppose it might help if I put some power in it too. Okay, this is a modified one without variable gain or anything. It's just modified. So we're going to have to adjust the frequency on this too. Okay, we'll just do it factory default. This is pretty standard. There's not much in it. So we'll have a look at the 0.1. That nearly blew my socks off. Okay, well this is the modified detector and I haven't even tweaked it. So out there, what's that roughly? 19 centimeters, guys. 0.05. Out there, I can't really move it across. I'll bounce up and down as I do it. Hang on, I'll do it again. Just have a guess, a rough guess. Hang on. There you go. 9. So we get that 9. Normal mode on this? I don't think so, but we'll give it a go. It's just tickling the coil. I can actually hear it. There's this little stone there. We'll get rid of that. Now, listen to this. Just as the windings go over it, we can get it. We should be able to get the 0.047 because it's like the 0.05. Interference is coming through. Hear that? It's gone. Okay. Out there. 6 or so. Okay. We'll put in fine gold. We'll give it a go. Special fine. Okay. 0.1 gram. Getting fringe effects there. Where are we?
18.
18? No problem. We still got the frequency we can play with yet. So we'll have a look. You're not going to miss that. We'll give it a go and see how high we get it. About there. If I don't move. 11. Okay. So 11. Fine gold. Modified detector. Now on that hard to get Californian 0.23. Sort of just tickles it, and it's not a solid signal. It's near impossible to get that with any detector. So we'll do the 0.047. About there somewhere.
Close to the 0.05.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Same as the 0.05. Funny about that. So that's what we got. Now let's put the frequency up and see how we go. Okay. Let's try to check all the other settings on this too. Just make sure. Hang on. I've got to get my eyes out of the sun. This is on slow. Normally it's on very slow. RX gains 12, audio deep, stabilizer 10, signal 17. No, it's exactly the same. So anyway, I've cranked it up in frequency a bit. Should give a bit better of a screamer of a signal. Try this one again, just in case. There's no depth to that target at all. Nothing's going to get it. Okay. That I'm really impressed in normal mode because it gets all of them in normal, but normal mode's the deepest. We can flick it into enhance just for the fun of it. Not that it's going to make much difference on anything. Nice and quiet. Enhance, try this. It's like this wavers the threshold. It's not going to detect it. 0.05. Yeah, I think I'm not getting a good swing on it because that's in the way. And I don't want to go over two targets because I was getting double whoop, 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 whoop. So we'll move it. That's enhance, 0.1. It's up there, but it's like wishy-washy. I did bring a over there. I did bring a Coiltech elliptical to try out as well, but we won't do that just yet. So that's a modified detector, and this one, yeah, the ice cream stick on the speaker trick works good actually. So let's pull this one off, and I'll get my fully crazy modified one. I'll show you something about that. So there's a massive difference between the standard 5000 and one of these modified ones. But like I say, there's no extra switches, knobs. It's all done automatically, and you don't need to fiddle. The only thing you need to do is use the back control just to set the frequency for big, small, medium, gold. That's it. I got lots of shafts too at home. I should have brought them all on shafts, shouldn't I? They would have been more smarter. Okay, they're off. Wiggle, wiggle. Always makes me feel like putting silicone spray on that. Okay. That one's there. Now, is it that one? Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't looking. Okay, this is my modified one, but I've also added the variable gain on the detector. Sorry, there. But we'll get it on. On you go. There. Let's tighten these up a little bit so it doesn't slide off. Oh, my luck. Okay. You got your foot on it.
Yeah, so that it will not slide off.
Good. Okay.
I'm a good helper, you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Booster on. Oh, power again. Oh, hang on, I'm going to do the front of it too. Getting ahead of myself, but anyway. Oh, you're going to do a neat job on that, are you?
It will not go down.
Yeah, I haven't got it full length, so that's all right. I need to see what I'm doing. Well, actually, put the small one in first, because if you put the big one in, you can never get the small one in. It's very difficult. So, what am I doing? I feel like... Hang on.
Are you?
No, what I'm doing...
blind or something?
No, I'm not blind. I just can't get the angle on it. I didn't want to... If you get the angle wrong, you might bust the pins. I didn't want to do that.
Okay. All good, mate.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got those. Made by a company called BT, if you ever want to buy those little 3-pin plugs. Yeah, English company. So, yeah, don't buy them off Alibaba or AliExpress. You can buy them direct. I think if you want them, Radio Spares has them. They're called a BT something. Anyway, if you ever break that little tracking fixed connector for the green button, that's where you get it from. Okay, let's crank this thing up and see what it does. I'll turn the gain right down because I know it's up. Normal, mono, tracking. There's some truck over there doing something. Okay, this is on no gain. So I don't even know where I am on this. Let's have a look. Okay, it's in special extra. I want sensitive. No, where is it? Fine gold. Where are you hiding? There. Okay, let's go through the controls quickly and have a look where I am. Okay, volume limit, ground, general, special fine, Okay, well, I'm right at the top end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the manual tuning all the way down to mid-range. Okay, now you got to remember, gain's on 0 and she's mid-range. So I've made it for medium-sized targets. It's not made for very small targets. Just make sure everything's correct. Tracking, mono, normal timings, deep, and the gain's on 0 on the front end. So we'll just see how we go. Okay. Now, I'm trying to ground balance a little bit of noise in the system. I'm trying to ground balance the interference. There's a little bit of warble coming through, but anyway. Run out there. I don't know what that is height-wise, but that's 0 gain. Yeah. There. 9. 10?
Yes.
10 centimetres, 0 gain. 0.05. Still doing better than the standard 5000. Anyway, won't get that. I won't even bother. Maybe this. Okay, now let's run some gain. Have a look, it's got a marker on it, so we'll go a little bit, probably a quarter. Get some interference through now, but where are we? About, at a guess? Just there, under the black line. 12? Okay, hang on. We can adjust this if I turn the right one. There we are. I was right on interference for some reason. I had to move it 2 notches and it went away. So, and we'll go for this little 0.05. Now I'm probably picking up the 0.1 doing that, so I've got to go here. It's about there somewhere. Top of the white, roughly. Just there. 7.
Like 7.5.
Okay. Don't fall over. The wind is coming, it's going to blow it over. Okay, it might stay there now. Okay, let's get a signal on this. This is rather interesting. Near the windings, it's actually picking it up, but anyway, not really. We have to get everything up frequency wise and gain wise to really get that, but we'll give it a go. Not really much in it, is there? It's about the same as that other thing. So let's crank the gain more. I must have this on slow tracking or something. .1. come back a bit. Out there.
16.5.
16.5. Out there.
11.5 to 12.
11.5 or 12, roughly. Okay, let's try this thing. We can get it now. That thing. 0.047. Probably much as a 0.05. It's not much in it. Okay, let's have some fun. Okay, this is up at 200 on the manual tuning, which is, I was going to say raised, it's shortened the frequency. A lot more samples in a given time. So we'll see. There's interference. Out there, what's that? 20. Magic 20. Out there, whatever it is, above, we're not far from where we were before.
10.5.
10.5, if you had a guess. Okay, 0.023 California. Can get it just. Much the same as a 0.05. Can we go all the way up? This is critical. If you use really bad high capacitance coils, it may not work. But look, I've got a commander coil on there. It's working fine. And that's why I brought the Coiltech coil up, just to prove a point. Here we go. We're still in normal timings. That's about it. I think it's really pushing it up there somewhere. 22. 0.05. Hang on, there's a bit of noise coming in. I'm running a lot of amplification now. Out there somewhere.
13.
13. Okay, try this thing. Still get it, but you'd be right on it. 0.047, round ball of gold. Now, normal timings, that's quite, and I've still got all this gain to go. That's flat out gain. I don't even, at flat out frequency, normal timings. It's probably asking a real lot. Okay, here we go again. Normal timings, everything cranked to the max. Okay, well it overloads the detector. Hang on, getting an arm cramp. I can't lift it. Hang on. Hang on. Microphone's interfering with the detector. Yeah. Arm cramp. Hang on. I'll get up here and try and do it. It's so much interference on the houses over there. It's just power line interference. But no, it's going near the wireless microphone again. So if I put it over there, it's a little bit less noise, and it gets too close and it starts going nuts. And I'll try and tune the frequency a bit too. It's a little bit. About there. Now we're getting noisy. It's just getting noisy. Okay. Crank it down to 0. Special fine gold. Drop the frequency to about midpoint. So we're in fine gold. No gain, frequency midpoint. Nah, that's asking too much again. No gain. Shall we put some gain up? Or frequency? Gain? Okay. Okay, about a quarter gain. Yep. Oh well. I don't think the wind will blow it over anyway. I think it's getting a bit. Quarter gain. Won't get this either, I don't think. No. Okay, more gain. Half gain. Okay. That's so. The fine gold is really good on tiny, tiny stuff. Can we get it? It's just tickling it. About there, probably same as the other 0.05. Let's run some more game. It's a little bit too much gain there, I think. Hang on. Oh, I'm already on full. Don't use fine gold on full gain. 9 out of 10. I didn't realise I cranked it all the way, but I did. Okay. About there somewhere. Joey's looking at her phone, so. About there somewhere. We might actually get this, but I probably need to up the frequency. Okay, let's try pushing the gain's on about 9 out of 10. We're going to push the frequency right up. I don't know how good this coil is to be able to handle that. Really needs a low capacitance coil like the new coils, but we'll see what it does. Okay, that's at 255. Now, if you've got a high capacitance coil, you'll soon know. Because if you crank it up too far in fine gold, it will desensitize. You put on a newer coil and it works perfect. But anyway, that's what we got. It's desensitized. on this particular coil. Still works on a 0.05, no problem. For some reason, I'm pretty sure that that 0.1 gram target is falling in some sort of detection hole, what these detectors basically have. It just doesn't like it, but the smaller targets, so we're going to target on a tiny one. Drop the gain back. We're running a very, very high frequency now, high clocking rate. But basically, if you want to get the maximum out of the detectors, stick it in normal. Because you're going to get this, with the amount of gain this has, it's going to run with any coil on it. It wouldn't matter if it was an old dustbin lid, it'll still run. You're getting maximum depth capability, plus also all that sensitivity to small gold. So I mean, we can turn this all the way up in normal. We're 255 on the frequency. And it ground balances beautifully. So that's what I always say about this sort of stuff. Let's have a listen on this, see if we can pick it up. It actually gets it better than all the other modes. The 0.047. I'll just kill that off. But like I say, this is fully adjustable for any type of gold that you want to find. You can set it up the low frequency for really big gold, in the middle for middle-sized gold, and find small, tiny gold, crank the frequency up. And the other thing is, when you have any of these modified detectors, I don't care whose detector it is, always put a test target down with the particular coil you're going to use, and just go over it and just make sure that your detector may sound quiet, but it might be desensing. If you're trying to, run it at high speed clocking and a hell of a lot of gain with a fairly high capacitance coil, it'll just act as like a filter and filter itself out. So you can adjust it, but what I say is probably the best all round is get one that doesn't have the variable gain, the one that we do, and it works in every mode, and it will, it's not fussy about the coil. I really did the variable gain for full-time prospectors, but everyone wanted it. So the thing is, if you don't understand it and don't understand your coils and just crank everything up, it'll go into descents and you'll go over and say, oh, it doesn't work, it's not picking anything up. Yeah, it's like, trying to drag race in the wet, you know what I mean? It's just going to spin your wheels. You're not going to get anywhere. You do have to set the detector up specifically for the coil, and also, just get a small bit of gold, tiny bit, like even a 0.05 or thereabouts, 0.1, whatever, and just go back and forth over it, adjust your gain, and if it's getting louder and louder and louder, it's working. If you keep cranking your gain up and it starts going the other direction, your detector gets quieter, you're desensing the front end. Back it off to where it is a little bit on a noisy, and probably 1/10, 1/20th of a turn, just back it off. Away you go. It's that simple. Like, I've had experts, right, who have used the variable gain, cranked it all the way up, and they cracked it because they said, oh, it doesn't work. Yes, it does. It does work, but they crank it up all the way. Super high frequency, massive gain in a slug of a coil. Like, I wouldn't do that on an old orange double D or something like that. It will work, but you'll probably have to crank your settings down. This is really coil specific. Everyone thinks coils are coils. They're not. They're all different. They have different self-resonant frequencies, different interwinding capacitance, and in some cases, even the inductance varies between, I've seen commercial coils, 275 microhenry all the way up to about 315. So you've got a big range just on the way they wind the coil, and just the overall reactance of the coil as well. So be wary, all coils aren't coils, and if all coils were, well then Nugget Finder wouldn't have brought out the Sadie Mark II, and Coiltech wouldn't have brought out the, what's the damn thing called? Yeah, something Mark II as well, whatever it was. Oh God, I had a tip on my tongue then. What's it called? Oh dear, I don't know. You know what it's called. I have the 6000 version of the same coil, but yeah, they've brought out new versions. They haven't brought it out because it's a pretty different color of plastic. They've brought it out because they've done something to the properties of the coil to make it more sensitive. So what have they done? Lowered the capacitance, dropped off the conductivity of the Faraday shield, increased it even, possibly, double layered parts of it, double layer where the coil is, single layer the rest. There's heaps of things you can do. You can also vary the ohmic resistance of the way you apply the Faraday shield. So you put a heavier layer under the coil. You can do a split Faraday shield with an overlap to get rid of total burn up of your much loved eddy currents and still keep your Faraday effect with shielding. There's a heap of stuff you can do. Watch this. Because I said that, it'll be new coils out in 2 months' time again. You watch. I said something the other day about coils, and I said just watch. It's about having a variation on a theme of flat wound coils. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Have 10 different sizes. Then people will buy 10 different coils off you. Don't do that. I'm joking, but they'll do it. So, guys, yeah, if you want the best all-round effect that kills the standard 5000, as you can see, as you can witness here, yeah, just go for the one without the twiddle on the front. So it just looks like a normal detector. I just call that a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is a wolf in wolf's clothing, because you can see it. But that's where we are. How are we going for time? So 50 minutes of waffle. Okay. Well, guys, like I say, I do want people to come out and do testing with their detectors and these type of detectors. do it. Bury targets, whatever. It'll work with a pulse induction detector. It makes no damn difference if the target is on the ground or in the ground. And I'm saying close proximity at massive depth. Yes, it makes a difference, but no, not this sort of depth. It won't make a difference. So I've never found it to make a difference. I've stacked the worst of the worst stuff, and it just doesn't affect it at all. So yeah, depends. A lot of things it depends. I don't say it like it's hard and fast rule. It's more than likely scenario that'll have no effect. You can get something and you have banded ironstone will start with a lot of nickel, and it'll start actually eating up the signal from a PI detector. It'll actually chew it and make the electromagnetic waves or the magnetic component absorb or deflect it. So you've got to be careful working in like things like nickel laterites. Nickel is what they use in mu metal, and mu metal absorbs and deflects, makes magnetic paths go in a different direction. Like it'll come down like this and it'll say, oh, well, you're going that way now. You got a target down there, you're not going to be able to hear it. So that's how all that stuff works. So rather than going into the nitty gritty of it, I just rather just say, yeah, some circumstances, yeah, some circumstances, no. Oh, I'm going to test that. Yeah, we'll test it. We'll test it. I got the Coiltech, the old orange thing. That's a Joey coil. I used one for years and years ago, and they work really well. Whoopsie. They do work really well. Jesus Christ. Do you know what I've used on this? I've used a bloody iron core spacer on it. Stupid me. It shouldn't make any difference. Hang on. Yeah. Got to get on the hobby horse. Oh, it's got one on that. Good. Long thread. Yeah, I just realised, guys, I don't know why, but for some reason I look for. I must have done this without thinking. They might have made things a bit funny. Yeah, I actually used a iron powder core as a spacer. Anyway, you want to put that with that? Okay. I won't use that core just in case it. I know why I did it for, because I didn't have the proper space to get past those bits there, and I said, oh, it probably won't make much difference. But then again, I haven't tested it. It shouldn't. Logically, it shouldn't. Yeah, I know what I did that for, because I couldn't do the nut up if I didn't have the spacer, and I didn't have any spacers, so I just grabbed that. Anyway, you can show that at the camera if you want. The yellow thing, yeah. As I say, it's got it's not ferrite, it's powdered iron. It's carbonyl iron, if you really want to know. Okay. There's a lot of lead on these things. Anyway. There we go. I haven't really tested this coil. I got this coil from someone I really like dealing with, because they're actually a really good bloke. And they sell minelab, and they're in Ballarat. Oops, let's try that round that way. Okay, we'll just give this a go with this elliptical. Oh well, it's going to bash into my hand. Okay, where are we? I'll put it in fix and I'll just push the button down for tracking. It's probably a better idea. Always give the detectors about 30 seconds to a minute to warm up. All the components warm up and DC offset shift. Okay, we're on normal mode, low gain. I'm just going to crank it, see what happens. older coil, higher capacitance, I think, closer winding. So obviously it's saying don't run high frequency and don't run full gain. It's telling me that the coil is not up to spec with this type of detector. So anyway, another thing, I haven't tested this coil out in the field. I've got no idea. It should be all right. Okay. Okay, I turned it down to about 9 out of 10. Let's see. This coil might be touch sensitive. Hang on, you've got metal in the shoes. Hang on a sec. That's probably why I got it cheap. Damn! We got a Faraday shield problem in the coil, guys. Damn it. Okay, we'll just go over them anyway. I'll see what happens. I don't know. Now, if I'm very gentle, I might be able to ground balance it if I don't disturb it. I don't want to bang it. Okay, here we go. Yep. On the toe of this coil, it possibly might be, or the toe or the leading edge. I've got eyelets in my shoes, but I might be able to get this. Let's have a listen. Yep. I'm going to have to strip this coil down and fix it. But anyway, I can do that. Forgot the bloody 0.1 is going to scream on that. Okay. We're running high frequency. What I'm going to do, I don't know, I'm going to go high frequency, near full gain with this in fine gold. Just see what happens. I won't try and ground balance it because I think it's got a fault in it somewhere. Like if I touch it, it's a bit iffy. It's probably desensed, and it's just giving indication like it's working, but it's not. We'll soon find out. That's fine gold, flat out, 9 out of 10 on the gain, and running really fast on the frequency. Well, there's a sweet spot there. We can actually get that 0.23 Californian gold. Yeah, the guy who's got the detector over in California, the recent one, or sort of recent, you can now get that gold if you get one of these, an elliptical coil, and you'll be able to get that tiny gold. It's not a big signal, but it gives you a fighting chance with a PI. Anything bigger than that at depth, other PIs will ignore it. This one will get it. Well, with this coil. It's the first time I've ever heard a signal like that from that piece of gold. Okay, normal 0.05. Just blow you away. You know, I'm starting to think, even though this might have a Faraday shield, it might be actually working better than the Commander coil. It might be. I didn't say it is. It's giving me that indication. So, remember I was saying about these new coils that are out, the commercial ones? I might have to spend some money yet. Just be wary of these old coils. You can tell it hates that 0.1. For some reason, it just does not like that 0.1 at high frequency. I don't know why. It's to do with maybe size, shape. Like if I put on the eyelets, let's have a look on the shoe.